Here's a clip of me shaving with this Panasonic shaver on one side of my face and this Hummingbird shaver on the other side of my face. Now I want to do a comparison. Obviously, one major difference is this is kind of the travel style with this Panasonic, and this is kind of your normal style. So while I will talk a little bit about the difference in styles, I'm going to be focusing mostly on how well it shaves and how the heads are. This Hummingbird shaver was sent to me so I could review it and try it out. I've been using it for probably about 3 weeks now, and overall I've been really happy. And before I go over the direct comparison of these two, let me just kind of walk you through the experience of using this for the first time. And I should mention that I was using this Panasonic before I ever started using this, and I absolutely love this Panasonic. It gives me a really nice, close, clean shave. And when I used this for the first time, I was actually really quite happy with it as well. It was kind of hard to think of a difference between these two. Now, if you look at the ends, the Panasonic does have 4 foils and the Hummingbird has 3. Both of them have this trimmer blade in the middle, so if you have longer hairs you don't need to worry about it. And I did grow out my hair a few days just to try that out, and with both of these shavers I didn't have any issue at all with pulling or anything like this. So when I used this for the first time, my face did get a little bit red and irritated. Now that's kind of normal with electric shavers. That only happened the first day. After the first day, totally fine. And every day after that, using this was really quite nice. It gives me a nice clean shave. Cleaning this has been really simple as well. It has kind of a magnetic head, so you can just kind of pop it on. That's really cool. And you just have to run it under some water and it gets nice and clean. Let's go ahead and have a closer look at this Hummingbird shaver. This model is the Hummingbird MK7. So it does come in this carrying case, so you could use this for travel if you need. And it comes with this small brush as well for cleaning, and it comes with this USB-C charging cable, which is a braided cable. Really quite nice actually. Let's open up the case here. You do have a protective cover on top, and here's a closer look at the shaving heads. So you can see this right here, if you have longer stubble, this helps cut that. And then here you've got the 3 shaving heads. Now this is kind of unique. I don't know if I've seen this with a shaver, but this doesn't clip on at all. It's just magnetic. So you can kind of see it just kind of, yeah, that's very unique. But here is a look on the inside. So you can just rinse it off from here. And then here are the parts that rotate. It really is fascinating that it's just magnets. This does not rotate or move at all. Let's go ahead and turn it on. It is locked. So it does have travel mode where you can lock it. So that means you need to press and hold to unlock it. 3, 2, 1. And now it's unlocked. So you can just turn it on or off. It says what the battery level is here. And before I use it, I do like to put some oil on. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. So overall, doing a direct comparison with these, using both to shave one side of my face, the main thing I came away with is, for one, they're both loud, but kind of loud in a different way. Let me turn on the Panasonic. And then here's the Hummingbird. And I don't know if it's the same for you, but this Panasonic just sounds faster. And in fact, when I did the experiment where I shaved each side of my face, I would say I was able to shave in maybe about half the speed with this as I was with the Hummingbird. So that might be the major difference with these, is just this seems to be a lot faster. Both of these use USB-C charging, which is fantastic. This I can get to last probably about 4, 5, maybe 6 days if I'm shaving really fast. This seems to last consistently for at least a week. And the nice thing about that is I can clean it once a week, charge it at the same time, I'm good to go. And speaking of cleaning, when I clean the Panasonic, I do have to use a brush to get everything out. With the Hummingbird, using water, I can get everything out of that. And I've been kind of trying to figure out why that is. And I think perhaps the reason is, I wonder if the cutting blades are spaced a little bit further apart, and maybe it does have fewer cutting blades, and that's why it's so easy to clean. I'm kind of looking at the blades now to to see if I'm right. Honestly, it's really hard to tell. It does look like these might be a little bit closer together, but really not by much. So yeah, I don't know why this is so much easier to clean, but it is really easy to clean. That's really nice. Both of these have lock mode, so if you press and hold the button, it will lock for traveling. That's really nice. And then obviously this has the handle. This one doesn't. I don't know if I'm just so used to using this style, but I don't really need the long handle because I still kind of hold it at the base anyway. But after doing the comparison, this does seem to be faster. I feel like it's a slightly cleaner shave, but honestly, not by a whole lot. Panasonic is a pretty big name brand. Hummingbird I've never heard about until I tried it, but I am really happy with it. And then if you want to check the price, I will let you look that up on your own. I will say one of these is definitely much less expensive than the other. So that's something to consider if price is a concern, but I am quite happy with both of these, both really good shavers.